Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a video based on the application called CHOMP. And what CHOMP does exactly is it enables Android phones to have the same style messaging as the iPhone, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to show you what the messaging looks like on the traditional phone. I gotta cover up his number because I don't want you guys calling him. So, it'll look just like that. Okay? And obviously I'm gonna have to edit this if his number shows up because he's gonna be pissed. Let me just pull this back. And now I'll show you what it looks like in CHOMP. Alright, so now it'll show up just like this, where it comes up in conversation bubbles. Another thing that's pretty sweet about this app is that you can change a lot of these things. Like, for example, oops. The only bad thing, it's free in the marketplace. There's an ad on the bottom just for when you're going on the main page for the messages. You don't have to worry about ads when you're going through messages. Like, see, now it disappears. Sorry to do this one-handed. I don't have my tripod. Go to settings. Apparently this app has been out since 2009, but I'm a little slow. My buddy just told me about it. So to change it, just go to custom look and you go to themes. And the ones that come stock is default, blue sky, blue swirl. Blue swirl looks the coolest, but when you're if you're trying to drive and read the conversation, I found that it's actually kind of difficult. So if you're just laying around and you're looking at it, it's not that bad, but I don't recommend it. I like Dark Knight. This is my favorite. So it'll give you an example of what it looks like. And then if you scroll over, it'll show you what the text looks like. So basically, it's a black background with gray conversation bubbles. So if that's not what you like say for instance you like this one, it just gives you examples again. You scroll over and this is what the conversation will look like. So that one was sunny summer. Now let's do winter snow. Pretty plain, all white, and it's all white. So yeah. Let me turn this down. Alright, I didn't do blue sky. So it's all blue. Conversation, all blue. Personally, like I said, I personally like Dark Knight. That's all you gotta do is just hit that. Boom. Now, you can also change your smileys. Right now I have it set for iPhone style. You can change that to the ASCII style, I guess, which is just like your standard phones if you don't have a smartphone, iPhone or Android. I leave it on iPhone. And I mean, you can go through all these options. There's nothing really important in reference to that. The only thing you will have to do is just do the custom font, where you just download them. That's easy. Once you just click on it, it'll do it automatically for you based on what you have installed on your phone already. I didn't really go through any of these. There's nothing really special about that. Now the cool thing. Now see, it doesn't have his number that pops up, so if you guys want to read that. Anyways, so another cool thing about this is besides it changing the whole conversation bubble and everything, you can add cool... Oh, I gotta itch my face. Alright. Sorry. What the other cool thing is, once you hit this plus sign here on the bottom, if you hit it, it'll just come up with your standard keyboard. If you hit the plus sign, now the very first one are just regular smileys that come standard on all the phones. and it'll give you what you type out. That's what phone it will be, or the smiley. What you type out on your phone, that's the smiley that'll pop up. Which some of these are different than the regular Android style. The clock are the ones that you've previously used, and then there's just 6 pages of smileys, which are pretty cool. Oops. I'll just go through them so you guys can see them. I like this one, this pile of poop. Thumbs up for the pile of poop. I mean, I just thought that was funny. Next one, just hand gestures, dancing. And these are just like faces, which I don't know why you'd want to use some of these, but some of these are cooler than others. This page is like animals. Go to the next page. And this is like holiday or seasons. Some of these are pretty cool, like the cigarette. Like, if you just want to, like, I don't know, ask somebody if they want to have a cigarette, put the cigarette emblem, and then question mark. Or do you want to play a sport? Send them whatever sport, question mark. Some of these are, well, I think they're pretty interesting. Now, the one thing, like, before I installed this application on my phone, I had my friend send me some of these, and they just don't show up right. So in order for all these icons to actually show up on the other person's phone, the other person needs to also have CHOMP installed on their phone. Otherwise, it's not going to show up the way you want it to. It'll just show up a series of weird letters in their messaging. And this is just buildings like cars, hospitals. I think there's like flags, country flags or something. Yeah. And then this is just, I don't know why you'd want to use any of these, but they're there. Basically, I mean, it's pretty much endless, the things you can put on there. And so basically, these are your standard ones. Okay, that with any smartphone, this would just replace your smiley. These are the iPhone ones, not your Android. So, say for example, if I send this one to him and he has a smartphone, that will show up on his phone the way his normal smiley shows up. Now, since I don't want to do that, say for example, I want to send one of these. If I go to send any of these to his phone, nothing will show up. This icon nothing will show up at all. It'll just be a series of scrambled things all over his phone, and that'll be it, because I tested it. He would ask, now if he has CHOMP installed, he or she has CHOMP installed on their phone, whether it be an Android or iPhone, whatever you're looking at, that's what shows up on their phone. So if I send all that, that's what will show up in the message. So just something else you could play around with. Like I said, I guess this whole thing is pretty old. I'm not used to it. And I mean, like, if, say for example, you just want to send all these and then send hi, you just hit the plus again, and then you can type in your message. And that's what will show up. Well, I guess you can't really see the hands. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. I'm looking through the camera. But anyway, so that's the app. Once again, it's called CHOMP, CHOMP. It's in the marketplace. I'll just show you it really quick. Once again, there are ads on it, so that's the only bad part of it. You know, I don't really have good service where I'm sitting at right now. So, but you get the idea. It's free, and you also have to install a plugin to use the smileys or something like that, but it's nothing major. So once again, CHOMP, I highly recommend it. Oh, and another thing, when you get text messages, it will show up on both. You'll get a notification from CHOMP and your standard messaging. So what you need to do is go to your messaging, your standard messaging, go into your settings, and at the bottom, well, on this phone, you untick the notification. So that's how it'll be. Untick it. Otherwise, you'll get a notification from both your standard messaging and from CHOMP. So, yeah, that's pretty much, that covers that application. If you guys have any questions or anything in reference to how to use it or what settings to use, feel free to send me a private message or leave a comment below. Thank you guys for watching, especially you subscribers. Stay tuned for more.